Hey everybody, clearing. Ooh, that wasn't too balanced. Clearing. Okay, so today on the pre-shuffle, all I'm hearing is what can we know about waiting energy? So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see about waiting energy? Okay, ooh, this one is an interesting message. Five of Cups in the reverse. You know, the Five of Cups in the reverse does typically highlight the love that's there, even though we feel like we've lost something. This also implies that waiting energy is a healing stage. Boom. So, we're no longer holding ourselves back from life, lamenting. When we've healed is what I'm getting. When we see the love that was there all along, we don't feel like it's separate from us. And so we're no longer in that waiting, pining, longing. I'm hearing some in the collective saying energetically, I'm faithful. That's not necessarily the same as waiting. Waiting is an energetic alignment or misalignment when we've stopped the other things in our lives and we are limiting experiencing everything that's showing up that we're meant to access, or the blessings, the abundance that's there for us because of a conditionality, because something isn't in our life that we have deemed the priority, and so the rest of our lives is on the brakes. So that aspect is a developmental healing stage. We're also getting Knight of Cups and Eight of Swords. So yeah, exactly. Holding out for love, holding back because of this scarcity mindset that there's only love from one direction. That I've used the analogy before that our twin is 1 degree of the 360. So 359 degrees we've closed off to life except for that one person or the object of our affection. Those are all attachment paradigms, and they hold us back in fear that there won't be another, that there won't be something better, that there won't be freedom. We see the big picture. We need to be receptive to the twin flame love. In order to have union, we have to be receptive. If we are closed off in 359 degrees, we're not receptive. We're a little bit open if it's that person. And so that energy is very limiting. It holds us back from love. And I'm actually even, it's funny because we've got love here trying to come in from this side of the circle, and this eagle is not seeing it, not seeing that there is this huge cup of love coming towards, because the eagle is just focused on that one point on the circle. How interesting. Okay, so let's clarify, what do people need to know about this Five of Cups in the reverse? The healing, seeing the love that was there. Yeah, victory. So I'm just getting the message it's conditional again. Unconditional love. We can say that we have unconditional love, but it's a condition that that person has to show up. It's a condition that they have to come back. So this card of victory did land in the reverse. It's kind of a shallow victory in the name of unconditional love if there's a condition that that person needs to be different than they are. We should be good on our own without holding up our lives, their lives energetically. And you can come into the degree of mastery that truly surrenders, lets go with grace, and completely accepts things coming in and things going. The twin flame is a really interesting one. The divine shows us signs. So it's not just the person. It's compounded by so much in our reality, so much in our spiritual journey, adding up to make it more special, more sacred than any other connection that we've ever had. Therefore, it's more difficult in some regard to let it come and go with ease and be present with it when it's there and allow it to be gone when it's not. In some ways, it's easier if we flip the script. It's easier when we see the love and trust the love and say, this is the most sacred connection I've ever had. So all the more joy I can have for it when it's there, and all the more support and gratitude I can have even when it's not, because I was able to have accessed that level of love so far in my life. We never know how much more conscious we will become and what it will be like as that happens. So just because you've reached a pinnacle, a peak, does not mean that is the highest that you will attain or the deepest connection that you will be shown. It is entirely possible that something else can surpass, or that this connection itself can surpass. But it needs to surpass where it has been before, or another connection can come in also. By reason of deduction, if you are not in union with this person, it's going to surpass what you have now, or another connection will. There's a scarcity mindset that says the best has already happened. Pay attention to that, because that's hanging on to something from the past. It's not being fully receptive to what is now. What else can we see energetically for that? Okay, energetically, what can we see for hanging on and waiting? Spiritualization of matter and reflected light. So when we're in waiting energy, we're still mulling over what we saw of ourselves in that other person, what we experienced in ourselves because of the blessed opportunity to be aware of that other person. It's the reflected light. It's our own developmental journey that we're seeing. We fall in love with someone, we view them as extraordinary when we see aspects of ourselves through proximity that we didn't glimpse before. We attain new sensations. We experience new ways of looking at things. It's not that other person. We are having those epiphanies. Somebody else could travel along with your DM or counterpart and not have any of the awarenesses that you did. You had those because that was your reflection in that person. What else? Whimsy, fantasy, and wonder, chamber of imagination. So here's this card that hasn't necessarily been grounded lately. This card is talking about letting our minds spiral out. There is an element of fear in obsessive thinking. Yes, it's one thing to be reminded about a twin all the time, to see signs and synchronicities, and you can say, it's not me, it's being shown to me, I wish I could make it stop. You could even take that approach. However, if you don't just allow it to be observed, make note of what's happening in your consciousness at the time that you see a sign and synchronicity, the message that sign and synchronicity populated to tell you is already past. You know, or those thoughts, the thoughts you're having of your twin, of your DM, those are just there to inform you of something in that moment. And then, like breathing, there's the exhale. Allow each instance to be what it is without waiting for the next one. Observe it loosely for what it is in the moment, but don't hang out there and not be present. Don't do it at the expense of what is in your reality. You can allow for the seamless juggling of all of these energies so that you are of earthly good, so to speak, so that you channel the awareness and the validity of this journey into your missions, into your projects, but it doesn't hold you back. So be able to seamlessly transition through these peak experiences, but let go of them so more can come in. And we get clarity, knowledge, channeling, and union, and starseed awakening, cosmic heritage, and galactic remembrance. We are becoming multidimensional. Part of waking up on this twin journey is to understand energetic connection between people. We sometimes make the twin too sacred because that is one of the first other humans that we have this experience with. Sometimes we think that just because we've awoken to energetics with somebody that makes them a twin. That does not alone make them our twin. We are waking up to those energetics, and once you do that, you can have that in multiple relationships. It's just another inherent attribute of being spirit in physical form. And so as you have more experiences with others like those that you have had with your so-called twin, not saying it's not your twin, it will become more common. We are going to be more multidimensional. We're going to see spiritual attributes reflected more and more with more people in the world as more wake up to this galactic remembrance, to unity consciousness. And so don't hold up thinking it's going to be scarce, that is the only person you will ever experience this with. It is that sacred, but it's not that sacred. It's the new norm. So enjoy it, get used to it, see it everywhere else so you can help others celebrate that too, that we're making it, that we're getting there as people. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Don't be a recluse and think this can only be accessed through that person. That's like worshiping the person or an idol and not giving the credit where credit is due, to source energy, to all of creation, to the beauty everywhere, all around. Okay, so let's see what this waiting energy, holding up and only looking at this one point of contact, this one truth, and not seeing the love available from all those other aspects. So what can we see for further information regarding having the blinders on to the rest life has to offer? That's union. When you can come into truly experiencing love from all 360 degrees. That does not mean multiple people. That does not mean sexual connection or romantic connection. It doesn't even mean poly. You can still be monogamous and have unity consciousness, everything, every moment of every day, in every direction that you can. That means loving yourself, being so connected to source, being in emotional balance and compassionate non-attachment, so that whatever is showing up for you in the energy of love, you can meet it there. We're not truly open to love if we're in waiting energy, because we're saying only from that source can I have love. So really let that sink in and know that you're the common denominator. You're the love you see in your twin, but you bring that to the table across the board, and that is the abundance mindset that allows you to experience that splendor, that ecstasy, that bliss, that love in all things. And that is the purpose of the twin flame journey. is what the divine is just saying. What can we see energetically for this union? Soul confidence, reassurance, and source essence. It's the connection to source and joy, playfulness, and pleasure. It's the key to unlimited, self-sustaining pleasure and joy union within. We will not come into romantic partnership with a twin if we don't have union within, if we are not balanced in all other regards, because it's a scarcity mindset not to be. And that holds back union with our true counterpart. Okay, let's get into a daily divine reading. I'm going to do both polarities. Divine feminine on the left. Oh, we got the union card again with the high priestess. So beautiful. Thank you, divine creator, for bringing through the highest and best messages for my viewers. Where are the divine feminines and divine masculines at this time? What are we to see? What's the most important messages we can see about how are the counterparts thinking of the connection at this time? How are they feeling on the heart space? Divine masculines, as I go to shuffle this, when I say thinking of the connection, this is ultimate truth and changes towards the eternal. What are they wishing for the connection? I saw the Wheel of Fortune in both shuffles just now, just saying. What actions are being taken? What is the biggest challenge for each? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? Where are the energies going in the next 3 weeks? Okay, am I going to get a, yeah. Interesting, we're going to get a union space card. Okay, divine feminines, what are you thinking about the connection? Oh, we got 2. Okay, so 10 of Cups in the reverse is kind of grounding the fairy tale la la land. You know, the romantic aspects of this journey we can get really caught up in. The airy-fairy, love of a lifetime fairy tale, and yes, it is a love like no other. Yes, it is a romantic love. Yes, our divine counterpart, or, you know, our true divine counterpart, whether the person we're watching this for or not, it is the person we're watching this for or not. This whole idea of what love actually is beginning to ground. It's beginning to become apparent. And then we get Mother of Cups and Daughter of Coins. So there's this deep internal recognition that this love is more than we first suspected, that it's so much more of a primary connection to source. It's so deeply transformative. Even our idea of the fairy tale bliss is shifting and grounding and expanding and blowing our minds. And this is causing more hope than ever before, but more practical embodiment. This card is the Page of Pentacles, which is this practical, grounded, kind, authentic, simple action in the world. It's a very basic, clean, crisp kind of energy. It's it's like the compassion in action. It's very Buddhist in what I'm feeling here, because it's so real, so authentic. So divine feminines, you are truly learning how to just see things in acceptance, appreciation. So what are the divine masculines thinking of the journey? Wow, we get spiritualization of matter and reflected light. So I did shuffle these, and here's the high priest. So divine masculines, you are seeing the namaste self in other. Divine masculines are seeing this connection in spiritual terms. We have the moon and sun, the keys here, the divine feminine and masculine energies reflected, the cosmic. This is really, really beautiful because it's a spiritual energy and a spiritual energy. Divine masculines are, I just heard coming to God moment, where they are giving that credit to source. They're seeing how incredibly instrumental this connection has been in their own development, and they're seeing how divine feminine, you are so different than the other options. Current partners, lovers, all of it. You stand so far apart, moon and stars and sun apart from the other energies. So divine masculines have truly seen something new here that is ordained under heaven. With the Pope here, it's like a heavenly decree that there is an ultimate expression and you embody it, divine feminine. Something. I'm getting this incredible aha moment feeling for the divine masculines, that they have seen such a beautiful mix of things they didn't think they would see in one person. You do embody all of those things that we think we have to have multiple people for, or I'm getting specifically sexually that the divine masculines have had a little bit of a sexual realization. Go figure, but that's what I'm getting here. Okay, what is the shared space for the twins? Putting down control, seeing that this is not too good to be true. I just heard divine masculines are seeing that you embody all of their fantasies, and divine feminines, you're just going to take one step at a time in kindness and simplicity without burden. So it's like I heard eases my worried mind. Not that there's profound worry, but those last little niggling concerns seem to be gone, and there's this deep, deep relaxed this knowing that it's all good. It's all good. There's the Queen of Cups in the reverse as well. This deep internal knowing that it's all good. What is the divine feminine polarity thinking of the divine masculine? Oh, we're getting duplicates every time I pick it up. Daughter of Cups and Son of Pentacles. Son of Pentacles in the reverse in this deck for me is always opening the mind, seeing things in new ways, not being attached to outcome, dropping expectations, being more open to what is. Another message here. So even though we had the waiting energy explained, I'm hearing for many of the viewers, you're not in waiting energy anymore, but that definition needed to come through, so you had it in your back pocket, so you understood what the waiting energy was about in hindsight, because we don't have this opening unless the waiting energy is losing its control. And then Daughter of Cups is the surrender, but it's not the airy-fairy, it's the actual allowing, it's letting it sink in, opening the mind and being receptive to what is, and the destined path. So there is a real sense divine feminines are okay with any distance, any kind of contact or not, seeing their counterpart. There's a huge theme of seeing the counterpart with other family members, with other partners right now, and it being balanced, feeling the unconditional love regardless. So there's a sense of it's not right now, but I'm okay with it kind of feeling for the feminines. What are the masculines feeling on the heart space? That there is no other. that embodies, that represents home, that matches their ideal, that is the embodiment of perfection, I just heard, for them. This is the mother, the nurture. So where children are involved, I'm hearing you exemplify not only the epitome of attractive and sensual and sexy, but also all the nurturing of a mother, that you would be an incredible mother for their children, I'm hearing. It's like you are all of the things. You are wise, you are playful, you are practical, you are grounded, you are sensual, sexy, caring, nurturing. You're all of it. This is such a genuine energy I'm getting from this. And then whimsy, fantasy, and wonder. So in this card, we just had it wasn't the feeling I'm getting here. This one is the sky's the limit. They are feeling on the heart space that you are the sky's the limit. There is no limit to what this connection could entail. Beautiful. A partnership made in heaven, I just heard. True compatibility. And I'm being drawn even more messages, this loyalty. So the second the waiting energy is taken off, it gets interpreted no longer as pressure, but as loyalty. That is super interesting. Okay, what can we see in the shared space here? We get the world. So we are wrapping up some of the foundation here within the connections. We are closing out those control energies that were of uncertainty, fear, projection. To each their own, I'm hearing again. Everybody's managing their own wholeness. And then we get, oh, look at that. We've got divine masculine showing up with wanting to lay a foundation and this secret coming to light. So because the divine masculines are so impressed by you, divine feminine, it's just a matter of time until they let that secret out of the bag, until they have the strength to share it, until they come forward to invest here. Because why wouldn't they? In this revelation, they know now that you are not going to be found elsewhere, I just heard. And so as you are letting go of the pressure, as well as you truly are becoming receptive to what is, to what will be, to what was, knowing that it's all part of the journey, it is the fun part, that allows for your masculine space to come in. This is the same card here, and it's a drawing closer. You stop projecting that out, divine feminine, and it can come towards you. You turn it within to your own development, and it comes towards you. What are the feminines wishing for the connection at this time? This can be read internal victory with a brand new beginning and abundance within one's own right, or it can mean that there is a growing confidence that this new victorious beginning in the connection is on the horizon, and that it really is not worth rushing, that it is, I'm hearing, luxurious to just languish in the energy and allow it to come in with all of the colorful supportive lessons along the way, that there's this deep reverence for the journey, for each aha moment, for each internal victory, for each milestone of consciousness reached. Divine feminines, you're just like lavishing in the revelation of reality, the spiritual truth, the ecstatic truth of existence, I heard. Whoa, divine feminines, that's so beautiful. Divine masculines, wow, the world, and then starseed awakening. So this is cosmic mission. Divine masculines are wholeheartedly wishing for their next level missions to come in, to transcend the world, to take all the world has to offer in its lushness, this incredible bounty, and to utilize the gifts of this reality for a greater celebration, a greater purpose in the cosmos. I'm hearing the music of the spheres, literally, and the word, the phrase. I'm hearing this slow resonance om of creation that the divine masculines are in reverberation with. It's this, I just heard, it's not a coincidence that the word home has om in it. This is a good one. That's the kind of vibe divine masculines are in. Home is where the heart is. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, what's the connection energy there? What's my hippie showing? High Priestess, the inner knowing. This incredibly, I'm being told in the reverse, this means this very grounded higher knowing. This is the crown chakra, right? But in the reverse, it's this very grounded higher knowing. It's practical, the new common sense, the energetic common sense. So divine masculines are now able to access cosmic mission, purpose, as though it's second nature. And divine feminines, just hanging on the journey as though it's all in stride. Very cool energy. Ooh, it's badass. Jedi, badass energy. What is the action of the divine feminines at this time? Transformation about the Ten of Pentacles, the long term, not rushing it anymore, enjoying the ride, seeing the moment. Look at, there's that great big pentacle against of the moment here, not wanting to get to a destination anymore. It's not even just letting go of attachment and whatnot. It's actually enjoying what is right now and not wanting to rush. It's just too good. It's too good all the time. It's just awesome. Yes, divine feminines, I am right there with you in that. Divine masculines, I thought I shuffled these cards from the first part of the reading, but they are just bringing new beautiful messages in. What are the divine masculines doing at this time? Wow, I just literally heard secretly planning union. Whoa. Dun dun dun. That was a breath of fresh air. I literally just heard divine masculines are secretly planning union. If you are traveling with a divine masculine, divine feminine, if this truly is your divine masculine, they are very conscious. They don't tell you everything they know. They know way, way more about your connection, this journey, what's up, than they tell you, because they have been divinely guided not to go too deep too soon. They have been divinely guided not to divulge those things, to let it percolate, to let it brew, to let it cook. You know, they have been instructed, and they're starting to really take joyful pleasure in the treasure hunt of this journey, in the romance of a lifetime aspect of this journey, to writing the story. You sneaky divine masculines, there is something really, really gorgeous in this energy. Divine feminines, you're starting to enjoy the journey. That joy in the moment is allowing your divine masculine to want to surprise you pleasantly. Oh, because they know you'll appreciate it. Wow, that is a beautiful energy, divine masculines. What can we see in the connection space? Trust, everyone, trust. This energy is something else. Wow, yes, free-spirited. This came out and landed right on the divine masculines. This is not naive. This is, I heard calculated, but this is very, very justified, playful, free-spirited, open-hearted, adventurous, dashingly debonair. I just heard. Oh, divine masculines, you're super cute. This is just this glorious, delightful, I know my divine feminine gets it and loves the same things I do, and I know exactly how to delight my divine feminine with gifts of myself. I just heard, I know my divine feminine well enough now that when we can, let me say that again. I know my divine feminine's energy well enough now that when we can truly get to know each other, we can both have fun. Because I can be myself with my divine feminine fully. I'm getting the sense the divine masculines are wanting to take romantic love to a fine art level and utilize loving you, divine feminine, like they are an instrument of the divine created for that purpose. And I just heard the masculine say, because you give me the same thing so freely, you deserve that too. You're the one that deserves that too. Whoa, this is some kind of reading. Okay, what can we see as the biggest challenge at this time? Is there one? Divine feminine. It's, you know, the journey just took a little bit of a playful twist. This is divine feminine. Oh no, this is the Knight of Wands, the passion, the energetic knowing. So the challenge right now is knowing what you're picking up on when you're feeling this excited anticipation brewing. I heard storm brewing. So you might think that something's up if you haven't totally balanced out and in this 360-degree living. You might think something is amiss, like an antsy energy, like you can't quite put your finger on it. But don't let that deter you. Just be present, channel, love, live, grow, experience, be present, be impassioned in your life. You'll know when you know. You don't need to know. If it's not showing up in your 3D right now, just be fully alive, divine feminines. That's the challenge. What's the solution? There's that full aliveness. Keep it simple. Same repeat card from before. This kind, simple energy, the practical, grounded energy. There's that wand. The passionate, inspired, beginner's eyes in all things. Keep it simple. Be fully alive. Show up with what's showing up in your reality. Embody. You are the light in the world. You are the salt. Be that. Be that, divine feminines. What is the challenge for the masculines at this time? Releasing karma with ease and grace. Letting go. Oh, this is a bit of a tender thing. So this is a very sincere challenge. There are some lovely, sweet energies around the divine masculines that the divine masculines are taking advantage of. That's a really strange message, but that's what I'm getting today, is that they are coming to the realization that they can be alone. They don't need to have energies around them that they don't love the way they love the divine feminine. Divine masculines are truly realizing that they are better on their own than to have even well-balanced individuals. So I'm getting open relationships, really sweet connections that don't offer any drama or anything like that, but the divine masculines are realizing it's more convenience. There might be something with children involved. So yeah, I'm getting some tender messages here that the divine masculines are suddenly seeing that they have been relying on others, the kindness of others, the adoration of others, that has pure intentions, but that the masculines don't feel the same way as the divine feminine, and they're having to admit that to themselves. It's dawning on them, and this is a big problem because they've been in the peace, joy, love, and whatever is for me, I'm going to allow, going to take advantage of, I'm going to access, I'm going to engage with. But divine masculines are learning that just because it is harmonious doesn't mean it's right. Ooh, what is the solution? Ooh, and awakening to source was the other card I was supposed to take with that. Soul confidence, reassurance, and source essence. So their connection to source is growing so that they don't have to be with others that they don't feel. I just heard the tables are turning. The divine masculines are understanding they're not going to find this connection anywhere else. It's kind of taking my breath away because it's like an angle they didn't see coming. But as they align with source, as they awaken, as you wake up further, divine masculines, and you see things for what they are, there is a blamelessness growing in you that does not take advantage of others. So I do want to say there are some arrangements that you may have with this kind of sweet, open, non-attachment energy, divine masculines. If you communicate your truth clearly in this situation, you don't have to outcast or turn your back on these energies, but you can be more transparent. And I'm seeing that is a motion of spiritual mastery to be able to help guide. This is a page, so whoever these energies that are sweet around the divine masculines, they are really truly blameless in these scenarios for this group that I'm picking up on. These people mean well. They are not karmic in a nasty sense. They're not up to no good. They really genuinely want to be there and are drawn to the light in the masculines. And that's part of the tenderness. As we all up level in brilliance and light, there are many, many energies that will be drawn to that will want to be a part of it and will want that chance to be included romantically. But I'm getting here that there's going to be some very sincere, high-level discernment for the masculines to really anchor into source and to do the right thing, to let go of, I guess it's approval seeking or fearing that they can't do it on their own without relying on the kindness of these individuals, without being fully transparent. So there's just a more impeccable mode of conduct I'm being shown there. What is the solution for the masculines? To let go, come back into joy. Wow, I think we had a repeat of every single card. I guess I didn't shuffle those well. I thought I did, but boom, there they are. So we needed them again. The spirit guidance is let go. Let go of those things, divine masculine. Grieve grieve the loss of your codependency. You cannot settle for codependency templates any longer. Full disclosure, full transparency, full ownership of emotions, full ownership of choices, full embodiment of your joy. Do not have a guilty conscience. Do not align with lower vibrational things. Do not be in ulterior motive, even on a minuscule level. Allow yourself to come into the full joy, the full pleasure, the full experience of completely transparent, blameless, pure, masterful, aligned energy. Let's see what we can get. So this, I've just noticed, the masculines are on a deep heart purification. Divine feminines, you're on a deep expression out into the world. Masculines, a deep internalized motion. Feminines, an extroverted motion. Divine masculines, an introverted motion. What can we see? So there is a polarization there. Yeah, these truths. Divine feminine, that you are responsible for your own 360-degree experience of life. Divine masculines, you've got that searchlight internally 360 degrees for any fault or blame. And divine feminines, you are, I guess, responsibility and accountability instead of fault and blame, excuse me, being corrected by the divine. And divine feminines, 360 receptivity. Divine masculines, 360 accountability. This is a major once and for all truth that will never not be in the awareness of the counterparts. You're getting it, divine feminines. Your life is your life is your life is your life. Between you and the divine. And divine masculines, you are that impeccable energy as well. This is forever changing the way the twins view reality. Where is the energy going in the near future? Divine feminines, temperance, and the world. So you're going to have some opportunities to experience this impassioned aliveness in all walks of your life. And as you bring this impeccable balance out into the world, you will close out cycles of being in the world, of being bound by the constructs. Even the twin flame template will no longer have binding. You will truly be a free entity, a free spirit, divine feminine. So even that 1 degree focus on the masculine, you're letting go to that degree and showing up fully. Divine masculines, what is the motion? Emotional transparency, bravo. Exaltation, stimulation, and excitation. So it's speeding up. Divine masculines, you're finally at a place where you can divulge your innermost alignments without fear, and that's going to make your whole life fall into place. It's already, you've been doing the work, you've been letting go of so many things, changing so many things. And now it's about complete emotional transparency and owning it in every moment as you rapidly go through the changes, the gates of perception, the ways of the chain reaction of awareness that happens once you see one bit of faulty logic. The whole tower that was built on that falls down. And that's this accelerated, rapid succession of emotional awarenesses, chain reaction, domino effect. Something you're seeing right now about your divine feminine, about the connection, about your spiritual mastery, is putting a chain reaction through all of your connections, all of your alignments, business, relationships, family, friends, everything. And the card in the shared space, we get truth about happiness, the secret of happiness for both. You've both found clear conscience, clarity, freedom. The divine counterparts, this is mastery. Beautiful. Whew. Okay, everybody, bye for now.